Hi, and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dean O'Lally. Our destination for today's show is a place called Tom's Bicycles here in Tulsa.
And this shop is located just across the street from Tulsa River Parks, where there are miles of paved bike trails.
Now, if you want to ride, but you don't have a bike, this is the place to come.
They rent bikes here, from mountain bikes to hybrids, even tandem bikes. The rates are affordable and helmets included free.
Now, before we go out and hit the trail, how about a location where you can relax, and by doing so, one can de-stress?
That sounds great. And we're going to take you to a place in Sulphur. It's a bed and breakfast with a full-day spa treatment, too. Lisanne Anderson takes us to Echo Canyon.
Nestled at the edge of the Chickasaw National Recreation Area in Sulphur, surrounded by the historic Arbuckle Mountains, guests at the Echo Canyon Spa and Resort will find peace and tranquility.
We want this to be a place where when people drive through and the gate closes behind them, that they're leaving a world of cares behind, and they don't have to worry about anything for a few days.
Voted as the #1 spa resort in Oklahoma by MSN.com 2 years in a row, and chosen as best lodging in the Arbuckle Mountains, owners Carol and Joseph Van Horn say they have the perfect place for a romantic getaway.
They can have a romance package where there will be a room for a couple of nights, dinner and breakfast, and a spa package. They can spend all day in the spa if they'd like. We'll even serve them lunch with their whole all-day spa package. We can put special things in the room, chocolate-covered strawberries, bottle of wine or champagne, fresh flowers, sprinkle rose petals all around the room. So when they walk in, there's nice music playing, and all the things are ready for them.
And with their own orchard on the property, fresh fruit is used in many of the homemade meals served in their 5-star restaurant, headed up by their owner, Joseph Van Horn.
I was oldest son of 13 kids raised in the restaurant business, so it's amazing our background. So I was cutting and cooking steaks when I was 12, 13 years old. They say we're the best restaurant in Oklahoma. You just gotta come try it.
And guys, Joseph says they're not just set up for the ladies.
There's a great review, just came in last week, and the guy said, you can't think about spa, you have to come here for the bar and the food. #1, the food. So we really have it set up. The girls can go back and get treated, and the guys can sit there at the bar. And then when we talk them into having a spa treatment, all of a sudden they're like, oh, why didn't I do that a long time ago?
Whether you're here for the food, the spa, or just to relax in the mineral hot tub with the natural bromide, sulfur water that's drawn people to Sulphur for decades, Echo Canyon Spa Resort will help you forget your cares, at least for a little while. Discovering Oklahoma in Sulphur, I'm Lisanne Anderson.
You'll find Echo Canyon on Lawton Avenue in Sulphur. Reservations, rates, and information on spa packages can be found on their website, echocanyonmanor.com.
Sounds so relaxing.
It does, absolutely.
But if your hectic schedule doesn't allow for a full getaway, you can still steal a few hours.
Now, there are dozens of places where you can truly slow down just a bit.
That's right. One such stop, Inspiration's Tearoom in Edmond. Inspiration's Tearoom and Eatery is a gourmet breakfast and lunch spot that's brimming with special atmosphere and delicious food.
People like to come here, hang out. There's a variety of good food. The atmosphere is very, very nice.
Owners Larry and Tamara Rhoads opened Inspirations in 2000. It started out as just a tea room and has expanded over the years.
Well, it started out a tea room and also gifts. And in fact, it was called Inspirations Gifts and Decor when we originally started. And now it's Inspirations Tearoom and Eatery.
We upgraded Inspirations to have a casual eatery. We also added breakfast to our menu, so we do breakfast and lunch now. So now we're reaching out to a lot more people.
There are 2 sections of Inspirations, the tea room and the eatery. The tea room is by reservation only and is everything you imagine a tea room to be. Dainty, delightful, and delicious.
When they make reservations in the tea room, it's going to be service, full service. You'll sit down and everybody will have a teacup with tea, the tea of the day. And then our menu will include a 3-tiered tea party style with the lemon curd and scones and fruit and little dainty sandwiches and then dainty desserts that you can get. And then we also have what we call a trio, which is all inclusive of a protein, whether it's sandwich or quiche, and then you get your salad and your soup, and it comes with your dessert. So you pick either the trio or you pick the tea party tray.
The Eatery starts with breakfast at 8 a.m. and serves food through lunch. It has a casual, easy atmosphere and serves great food from waffles and parfaits to sandwiches, soups, and salads.
Our chicken salad, which is fresh white meat chicken, and we also use a low-fat mayonnaise in it with fresh pecans. We have 3 kinds of quiche.
But they're best known for their homemade lemon curd and scones.
Usually when you go to a Mexican food restaurant, you get chips and salsa. When you come here, you get scones and lemon curd, and everybody gets it in the Eatery and also in the full-service tea room too.
You can get a cup of their custom roast coffee or an espresso at their barista bar, or try one of the 83 different kinds of hot tea they have at Inspirations. And don't forget the gifts.
If you have ladies, you have to have gifts, and there's always celebration going on here at Inspirations. We have Tyler candles, we have cards, we also have some body products, lotions and things, and then we have a lot of Michael design, which also entails aprons and mitts and all that us ladies love.
Inspirations also has bulk balsamic vinegars and olive oils in flavors ranging from strawberry to chipotle.
In olive oil right now, I believe we have about 18 different olive oils that are fused or infused. For instance, garlic or Tuscan, chipotle, green chili. We also have in the balsamic, we have white balsamic. I believe there's about 12 of those. And then we also have dark balsamic, and there's roughly 12 to 14 of those.
The staff at Inspirations is trained to help you pair different flavors to make the perfect concoction for you to take home. With so many choices, the options are truly limitless. But probably the most special thing about Inspirations is the atmosphere. Perfect for gathering, gabbing, and catching up. It's a place to celebrate something special or just grab a bite to eat.
We see so many generations come together. You know, it might be the great-granddaughter and the daughter and mom and great-grandma all together at one table. That's pretty neat to see. Also, we love seeing maybe dads and daughters come for like a little date together. We see a lot of families coming together. So really, we are a gathering place.
So for your next gathering, come to Inspirations Tea Room and Eatery.
Inspirations Tea Room is at the corner of Edmond Road and Santa Fe. They're open Monday through Saturday from 8 to 5. If you have a large group, the best bet is to call ahead.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma. Here we go. The story behind one of Guthrie's greatest fiddle players and where you can visit him.
Just the landscape, the red dirt, the trees, and the open grass plains.
Plus the spot where the beauty of western Oklahoma meets its rich history.
I think it's really gonna blow a lot of people's minds.
And the new spot in Oklahoma City that really has folks talking. It's all ahead right here on Discover Oklahoma. Great travel tips anytime, like Discover Oklahoma on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Map out your next adventure in the Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. Discover amazing natural treasures, cozy campsites, cabins and lodges, unforgettable activities, and more. It's all in the free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. Get yours at travelok.com.
The Oklahoma Travel Guide is filled with festive events and iconic attractions, outdoor wonders, and the hottest places to eat and stay. It's the perfect roadmap to unforgettable adventures. Order your free Oklahoma Travel Guide today at travelok.com.
Open 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Oklahoma state parks are stocked with cool weather adventures. Hike the trails amid spectacular scenery, cozy up around the fire, or play around on our unique courses. On weekdays, you can stay and play starting at just $69. You get 1 night of lodging, a round of golf, and a sleeve of golf balls. Get package details at travelok.com/spdeals and come see for yourself.
Welcome back to Tom's Bicycles in Tulsa, right across the street from miles of bike trails at the Tulsa River Park.
Now, it's a shop of a different sort that recently caught our attention recently in Guthrie.
Byron Berline's Double Stop Fiddle Shop is a landmark of sorts. Lucas Ross takes us inside and shares some of Byron's sweet music.
He's played with everyone from Bill Monroe to the Rolling Stones. In downtown historic Guthrie, Oklahoma, in the Double Stop Fiddle Shop, you'll find an Oklahoma treasure, Byron Berline.
Well, I grew up I was born in Caldwell, Kansas, actually, but we lived on a farm in Oklahoma. My dad was a rancher farmer, and he played the fiddle. And I had 2 brothers and 2 sisters, and they all played some instruments and stuff too, you know, but nobody played the fiddle. My dad always wanted one of us to play the fiddle, so I guess I was the one. If they need a fiddle player, they need somebody, even as an extra or whatever, you know, I do all that stuff.
With film credits including Back to the Future, Deadwood, and even working with Arnold Schwarzenegger in his very first film role.
He was a fiddler, bodybuilder in the movie. Down in Birmingham, Alabama, and my first job was to teach him to look like he could play. So I was doing all the playing, but he was doing the fiddle, and he did a pretty good job at that.
After years of recording and performing with the stars, Byron and wife Betty decided to come back to Oklahoma.
We've been living in Southern California, you know, for 26 years. And I told her one day, I said, you know, I've been collecting all these instruments. Let's go back to Guthrie and find a place to house them and we can live in your house. And she said, that's a good idea.
From OU to LA and then back to Guthrie, Byron now works at his shop and sells to new musicians, with the door always open.
A lot of new young bands will come in, just the whole bands will come in. I enjoy talking to them. They want, how was Graham Parsons? How was Gene Clark? How was these people? Because they listen to those records, you know, and they want to know about those guys, or Bill Monroe or whoever. So it's kind of fun to have that, have them come in here and have a place where they can come.
I even got the star treatment and got to jam for a bit.
Here we go.
When he's not running the shop and jamming with the occasional musicians that drop by, he's still performing. Upstairs toward the theater, you'll find even more memorabilia of Berline's decorated work, album covers, famous faces, and awards all on display.
180, pretty comfortably. Had 200 in there before, it was pretty crowded, you know. So, but yeah, it's people say, you ought to expand us. No, I don't want to. It's just perfect for what we want.
Every other weekend, the Byron Berline Band takes the stage, delighting the regular season ticket holders or the casual traveler with a bluegrass show that trumps anything you'd find in Branson. Warning, if he knows you can play, you just might end up on stage. Byron Berline, a true Oklahoma treasure, sharing his gifts and inspiring new generations. I'm Lucas Ross, and the Double Stop Fiddle Shop, discovering Oklahoma.
You'll find the Fiddle Shop open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5. The Byron Berline Band plays around once a month in Guthrie. If you want to check them out, head to their website and click where it says Live Music. Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
It's to the point of, I never knew this existed. I didn't know Custer ever made it to Oklahoma.
We're headed to one of the most sacred and historic spots in western Oklahoma.
I've tried almost every plate on the menu.
Plus the new hotspot that keeps diners coming back for more. It's all ahead right here on Discover Oklahoma.
Map out your next adventure in the Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. Discover amazing natural treasures, cozy campsites, cabins and lodges, unforgettable activities, and more. It's all in the free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. Get yours at travelok.com.
Open 7 days a week, 365 days a year, Oklahoma's great state parks are stocked with cool weather adventures. Hike the trails amid spectacular scenery. Cast your line in gorgeous lakes and rivers. Cozy up around the fire or settle in under the stars. Book your stay at a state park cabin or lodge. Check in Sunday or Monday and get your 4th night absolutely free. Get all the details at travelok.com/SP deals and come see for yourself.
Oklahoma Today magazine brings you stunning photography and authentic award-winning stories of home from Oklahoma. The only magazine that covers the entire state, Oklahoma Today showcases what we love about Oklahoma, bringing to you the very best of its people, places, culture, history, and of course, its legendary food. This holiday season, give the gift of Oklahoma Today to family and friends for just $14.95. Visit tvoffer.oklahomatoday.com.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you today from a place called Tom's Bicycles. It's a wonderful place to rent a bike for a ride down the River Parch Trail in Tulsa.
Certainly a great idea when the weather's nice outside.
That's right.
But another good idea, head west.
Exactly. You can get a car full of family or friends and visit the Ouachita Battlefield National Historic Site in Cheyenne.
I think people need to visit because it's important to understand the entire history of the United States.
The Ouachita Battlefield National Historic Site near Cheyenne is an amazing, significant site, both peaceful and beautiful. It's difficult to imagine, though, the ghastly and horrific scene that took place here on November 27, 1868. This site marks the location of Lieutenant Colonel George Armstrong Custer's surprise dawn attack on the southern Cheyenne village of Peace Chief Black Kettle. The clash of cultures that occurred that cold morning changed our nation forever.
People will say it's sombering, it's sad, it's unfortunate, or it's to the point of, I never knew this existed. I didn't know Custer ever made it to Oklahoma or was in this area. So sometimes it's astonishment, it's new information. Other times people know about it and they feel sad and they say it's a terrible point in our history and it's something that we need to be telling.
The exhibits at the Visitor Center, prepared with assistance from the Cheyenne and Arapaho tribes of Oklahoma, tell this very important history-making story and what it meant to America and the Plains Indians.
Well, it's a very sacred place to us, being Native American. I take a great pride in my heritage, and it's great to come out here and be reminded of times when the cultures clashed and a great battle took place.
The exhibits continue to change, and it's always, every time you visit, well, it's a new experience.
In my opinion, this building has significantly helped transform the understanding of what happened here, the why and the how and the when and the what. All of the voices are presented, and it's for the person reading or listening to the exhibits to determine themselves.
Just a short distance from the Visitor Center is the actual location where the battle took place. There's an overlook at the site too. Self-guided tours along the trail are available, and trail guide booklets can help you. And visitors can also request ranger-led walking tours.
So the battle goes beyond the Park Service boundaries. We're only 312 acres, but it goes well beyond that. One of the great places to see in the park is right over here, is Custer's Knoll. It's where he actually was standing and giving out his commands during the engagement.
The location where the attack occurred is a sacred site, and it's hallowed ground for all who died here.
So when I'm down there, I try to reflect on, they were sleeping early in the morning, a dawn attack, no warning. It just happened to be the first village that the 7th Cavalry came upon and attacked.
Yes, powerful emotional impact to visit the actual site and to walk it.
This is a story about which everyone should know, and it can be found right here in western Oklahoma at a jewel of a national park to learn and reflect.
And I think it gives people the opportunity to come out to western Oklahoma. It's a little bit more rural, but it still has some scenic qualities to it, just the landscape, the red dirt, the trees, and the open grass plains. But then there's that history that is attached to this scenic area. I think combining those two, it makes a great day trip.
The Ouachita Battlefield Visitor Center is open 8 to 5, 7 days a week. There's no charge for admission. Coming up on Discover Oklahoma, the restaurant where, if the time is right, dessert is free.
We have a bell in the back of the restaurant.
When you need to hit this spot for a free sample of the sweet stuff, coming up right here on Discover Oklahoma.
Now that cold weather is in full swing, don't trade outdoor recreation for winter hibernation. Discover the off-season treasures available at Oklahoma's great state parks. This February, take advantage of 15% off a lodge or cabin stay with our Sweetheart deals. Complete with cozy evenings, crackling fires, and misty mornings, make some memories at an Oklahoma state park. Visit travelok.com/SP deals for special offers and come see for yourself.
The Oklahoma Travel Guide is filled with festive events and iconic attractions, outdoor wonders, and the hottest places to eat and stay. It's the perfect roadmap to unforgettable adventures. Order your free Oklahoma Travel Guide today at travelok.com.
Open 7 days a week, 365 days a year, Oklahoma's state parks are stocked with cool weather adventures. Hike the trails amid spectacular scenery. Cast your line in gorgeous lakes and rivers. Cozy up around the fire. Or sleep under the stars. Right now, take 25% off cabin and room rates for active and former military personnel. Use promo code UUSA. Visit travelok.com/SPDeals and come see for yourself.
And the waving wheat. It sure smells sweet when the wind comes right behind the rain.
We know we belong to the land,
And the land we belong
to is grand.
to when we say, we're only saying you're doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, come see for yourself.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma. We're coming to you today from Tom's Bicycles in Tulsa.
It's a busy spot on a sunny day when folks are renting bikes to head out on the Tulsa River Trail.
And one of the busiest spots in Oklahoma City, the Plaza District. Tiffany Tatro shows us the newest addition to that area.
The Pritchard brings something new to Oklahoma City with a wine bar and a small plate concept.
Only the freshest ingredients go into the food at the Pritchard.
It's kind of European influenced, I guess. It's not necessarily Italian or Mediterranean, but it's that style of food. The approach that they take is basically just getting great ingredients and not having to do a whole lot with them. So the food is just definitely not messed with a whole lot. It's just letting the ingredients shine.
Executive Chef Shelby Seat prides herself on serving fresh, delicious dishes with a small plate concept. Something new to Oklahoma City.
We have a full menu, but it's broken down into small plates and proteins. So it's kind of vegetable driven. We have a lot of options for vegetarians and vegans, but we have a lot for the meat eaters too. So it's kind of a wide variety of things.
Plates range from a simple cheese plate to restaurant favorite Brussels sprouts.
They're kind of a quick cook. They're a good sear on them, and then we cook them with Spanish chorizo. So it's got a little bit of spice to it, some kind of depth of flavor to it, but it's definitely the most popular.
If you're looking for something a little more meaty, they've got you covered.
And the duck has a fig caramel, a juniper gastrique, and some duck fat, walnuts, and arugula with it.
While the small plate concept may be new to Oklahoma City, the energy of the restaurant is not.
Instead of being a stuffy wine bar where people feel like you have to have a suit and a tie and get all dressed up to come in, you really don't. We don't have a dress code, so if you want to come in dressed casual, or maybe it's date night and so you're dressed to the nines, ready to go out, maybe you're seeing a show at Lyric Theater, we just want it to be approachable to everyone and also fun.
And it wouldn't be a wine bar without lots of wine.
It's a world list. We have 26 wines by the glass, 130 by the bottle, starting at $6 a glass and going up to hundreds of dollars per bottle.
So many options can seem a bit daunting, but patrons say it's actually the opposite with such a knowledgeable staff ready to help.
I don't know a whole lot about wine, like I know enough to get by, but if I get a plate, I'll just ask them, what pairs best with this? What's gonna make this amazing? And if the staff doesn't have the answer, which is a rare, Mindy, the manager, I'm pretty sure there's no question she doesn't have the answer to.
Zena Sherion isn't sure which she likes more, the food or the wine.
Every time I come, I try something different. I've been multiple times. I've tried almost every plate on the menu. That should tell you how often I'm here.
But one thing she is sure of, she's a fan of the laid-back atmosphere.
You can just stop in for a couple of glasses of wine. $6, I think, is the lowest end, and it's still amazing wine. I've had it, I love it. So there's just tons of options. It's literally right across the board for everyone.
If wine isn't your thing, the Pritchard has a fully stocked bar.
Very, very extensive bar with everything to your basic spirits like vodka and gin. We have some really special whiskeys, and we actually have an aromatized wine selection.
And delicious dessert options.
Every night at 11 o'clock, we have a bell in the back of the restaurant that we ring this bell at 11 o'clock, and everyone that's in-house gets a cookie. And the cookies we make in-house.
With so much to choose from, picking just one thing to love about the Pritchard is nearly impossible.
A mix of the food, the talent, the wine, just all of it put together. It's just such an awesome place. Great place for this community.
But one thing's for sure, the Pritchard brings something new to the OKC social scene.
If they're from Oklahoma City, they would never have anything like this before. You know, unless they travel a lot, they would never experience something like this in Oklahoma City. So I'm excited for people to just come in and really experience what this place has to offer. I think it's really gonna blow a lot of people's minds.
You can find the Pritchard in the Plaza District near the Lyric Theater. In Oklahoma City, Tiffany Tatro, Discover Oklahoma.
If you're ready to go, here's what you need to know. Pritchard's is closed on Mondays, and they're only open for lunch on the weekends. Check their website for specific hours.
A huge thank you to the folks here at Tom's Bicycles for hosting us this week. If you're looking to buy a bike, check them out. But if you just want to rent one for a ride on the river trail, they can also hook you up. Rates start as low as $10 an hour. They will also rent to you by the day. And if you're staying in a nearby hotel, Tom's will deliver a rental bike to you if you call in advance.
Coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, we're headed out hunting. Meet one of the top guides in southern Oklahoma.
And Dino takes us down to his hometown of McAllister for a taste of what's cooking at Taco Bob's. It's all coming up next Saturday right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.